I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with Jon Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, Jon, let's talk about the Miele TwinDos system in their washers. This sounds great, and I came from the cleaning industry before appliances, so I really get the whole chemistry of it, the separating the surfactants and the detergent. Brilliant. But I feel like for as much as that it solves, it kind of causes some pushback in the showroom. Like now, customers are on the hook for getting their detergent from Miele, the detergents that they love. They can use it, but now they're swayed away from it. What does this new detergent smell like? Like there's a whole bunch of things that get created. How can I position this well where they really get the value and they're okay with the few sacrifices they have to make?
Yeah, it's a good point. Before we go any further, let's address this because we did an episode not too far back on auto dose in Miele dishwashers, right? And we can use that just kind of as context because part of what we talked about was customers feeling boxed in by power disc, and that sentiment is probably going to show up whenever a customer hears auto dosing and that type of stuff. And the skepticism can be understandable, but let's not make a mistake here, right? I mean, people assume or can assume that TwinDos is kind of the same kind of system that we pushed back on a little bit before, and it's not. And if you treat it like that, you're never going to explain it correctly, because as you remember, dishwasher auto dosing it's more of a convenience discussion, I think, than anything else. Where laundry auto dosing, and you did a good job setting it up, is much more of a chemistry discussion, right? And if you confuse those two things, it's going to do real or allow those lines to blur. It's going to do real damage to this feature because you're right, because it's amazing, right? Laundry is one of the most chemically complex things that we do in our homes, and if you think about what's actually happening in a wash cycle, I mean, you're dealing with body oils, right, that are going to trap dirt for you, and sweat and blood and food acids and cosmetic residues and whatever else. And then on top of that, you're dealing with items that sit directly against human skin. So, it's not really a clean versus dirty discussion at that point. It really does come down to chemistry and timing in material science, right? That's kind of all layered into one. And that's where I think that we really need to take some time to make that distinction.
So another thing we've talked about several times is trying not to get too technical on the sales floor and seeing the customer's eyes
Yeah.
kind of roll over a little bit. So they're in the market for laundry. It fits their budget. Seems like a great thing. And
Mhm.
then how do we get to explain kind of the wonders of the Autodo system without making this too technical?
Well, and it's funny, and I think this is why a lot of salespeople shy away from it. It might be that they're not aware of the education behind it, and two is they may not want to relay that message, right? Because it can get confusing. I think that we do have to get a little bit confusing here, just so everybody's on the same page and they understand exactly what's going on. But you're right. The conversation can get a little bit heavy. But look, we all know the biggest problem in laundry is really not bad machines so much as it is bad dosing, right? People overdose detergent all the time. They think that more soap means better cleaning and all that kind of stuff. We know it leaves residue behind, it dulls fabrics, it shortens garment life, and it just really creates odor problems over time. Never mind the service stuff that we've tapped into a bunch of times talking about it, throughout. But TwinDos was actually built to solve all of those things and not to sell a detergent like we talked about with dishwashers, right? And when you look at what TwinDos really is, it's not an automatic detergent, okay? So it's not a dispenser system like you see in traditional front load laundry now and all of that kind of stuff. That's not what this is. It's really you almost have to reframe it and rephrase it as more of like this two-phase, almost a wash chemistry system, okay? And that's just getting dangerous, right? Because we're already kind of getting heavy with our terminology, but that distinction really matters because it's the only way that a customer is going to be able to wrap their head around why this is different and why the expectations are different, right? This system exists because one detergent cannot do all the jobs that laundry requires, at least not well and not safely, right? So when you look at it, and the reason why there's two phases, there's phase one and phase two. Phase one is almost more of your traditional foundational wash, right? Its job is to break down those body oils and lift these lighter kind of everyday soils and just evenly wet and prepare the fabric for about what's going to happen in phase two, right? It's intentionally not aggressive, right? Because what most people don't understand about stains is that oils are actually what bind dirt to the fabrics in the first place. So if you do attack the fabric too aggressively at the start, and you probably know this from your cleaning business, you actually end up trapping that soil instead of releasing it, right? So phase one is really opening up that fabric structure and loosening up those soils for you, and most detergents that are out there on the market, they try to do this and the stain removal part at the same time. And it's super inefficient and it can often be damaging to your clothes. So it's really, if you think of phase one, it's about the quickest way I could get through that lesson is it really sets the stage for what's to come next with phase two and make sure that phase two actually works.
And phase two?
I was going to give you the time to give me a breather here. So basically, phase two is all right. So phase two cleans really, or I should say, detergents clean by really surrounding grease and lifting it up so it can be rinsed away. What phase two is doing is it's bringing in, layman's terms, is oxygen chemistry. Okay. And what's happening here is it's breaking down molecular bonds. And you say, all right, John, like I'm not going to talk about molecular bonds. Basically, what this is stains like wine, in coffee, in blood, in grass, in sauces, in dyes, and all of those things that we panic when they get on the clothes because we're like, is this going to come out? Right? Think about it that way. These stains, what's so important about them is that they don't sit on the fabric, right? They actually chemically bond to it. So what this oxygen-based chemistry does, it actually attacks those bonds and neutralizes them. So it's not washing the stain away, it actually releases it entirely from the fabric. But there's a critical part to this whole thing. And you say, well, why don't I just use OxyClean or something like that, right? Is just the critical part that most people don't understand here is that oxygen chemistry is very time sensitive, right? It's not only time sensitive, it's also fabric sensitive. And then it's also dye sensitive on top of that. So you can imagine if you use it too early, you're actually going to do the reverse of what you're trying to do and you're going to lock your stains in. And if you use it too late, it doesn't do anything for you. And then, moreover, if it stays active too long, you're actually going to damage your fabrics over the course of time, or at minimum, you're going to fade the color off of it. And that's why these oxygen boosters that just kind of get thrown in manually into a cycle are really nothing more than just these kind of blunt tools that you're using a lot of guesswork to try to hope that it's going to work. And TwinDos doesn't just add this oxygen chemistry with this phase two that comes in, it actually controls when it happens for you. So if you think about it, your washer is now deciding when oils have already been removed from it, or when stains are, fully exposed, or when fabric can tolerate oxidation in the first place, or really how much oxygen chemistry is actually needed to get that particular stain out, and how long it should remain active in the cycle. This machine can do all of this. And the important part is that decision is going to change every load that you give it, right? So this isn't about detergent dosing at all. It's really more about process control than anything else.
So this is great stuff. I mean, it's
Mm.
genius. I think it's a great appliance. Unfortunately, there's some variables to laundry that the machine has no control over, meaning what type of fabric. And we know that spots and stains are different. What type of fabric, how long it's been exposed, how much it's been exposed, at what temperature it was exposed at. So there's a bunch of things that the laundry can't control. So the fear is we've presented this laundry as this kind of miracle in a washing machine, and then they go and wash something that nothing can wash, and it doesn't come out. And then we have that whole over-promising moment that they just spent this money and convinced the story. How do we kind of balance that a little bit to the realities of laundry, that the washer can't do everything?
So the washer can't do everything, right? And you can't go in saying, hey, but if you just buy into this story here, we're going to change all of your laundry headaches forever, right? I mean, you still have to walk into this strategically, right? Because, it's helpful, right? I mean, in terms of getting these stains out that everybody struggles with. I mean, you think about all these long soak times that you have on countertops and these types of things. I mean, my wife does it all the time. I don't have these machines. But it's really there for targeting. right? So when you have these tough things, it's there to use. And it also, it's what the best way to put it really is, you can't overpromise with this machine. You can promise that if you're willing to play by these rules, that it can do a much better job in targeting the things that you don't know how to clean on your own, right? That's really the promise here. That's what we're able to do. And, the chemistry with your traditional detergent isn't going to work that way, right? Because we can't prep fabric, we can't break stain bonds, we can't protect dyes, preserve fibers, and rinse things clean all at the same time with one formula. And that's why this exists, because the job really does have to be split in order to be effective. And that's why no third-party detergent partnership or anything that you're thinking could realistically replace what this laundry is trying to do. So you know, that part needs to be said clearly, right? The washer still works no matter what detergent you're going to use. It's still going to clean, and it's still going to be one of the best laundry products that's on the market. But what you lose and the trade-off in all of this type of stuff, if you don't want to go down the TwinDos, or if you just want to try it with the ones that they give you and then say, okay, that's enough, it didn't really do, you're still getting an amazing machine. You're not getting that automatic stain specific oxygen sequencing that they offer, right? I mean, you're not getting that precise timing of phase 2 delivery and all of that kind of stuff. So while you're not getting full program intelligence, you're still getting an amazing wash, right? We still have a honeycomb drum. We still have all of those things that are super gentle on fabrics. You can still run true delicate cycles in there. You're running a fabulous machine using more simplified, familiar logic to what you're doing, right? And just I understand that laundry detergent can be super personal, right? People have already fought these battles, right? With allergies and eczema and fragrance sensitivity and kids' skin reactions and all this stuff. So, when you hear that you need to use this detergent, I understand the guard goes up immediately. The reaction's super valid. It happens in my house, so, but it's important to separate the preference from the process, right? I mean, the system doesn't ask for commitment because of branding or anything like that. It's really asking for the commitment in this particular instance because the chemistry actually depends on it. And that's the important part. You do have to justify why this exists, right? So if you sell TwinDos as you have to be careful when you're selling it more as a convenience measure, more to answer your point, right? TwinDos isn't less thinking like a lot of these auto dosing systems are that are out there. It's actually what it is just simply a different way to wash clothes, right? The correct framing for me would be the system does something that no single detergent can do for you. And if you want that benefit, you would have to use this machine the way that it asks you to use it, right? I mean, that's honest. It still gives it kind of that premium feel. And I think with that kind of approach, you can still build trust throughout that process and let the customer make the best decision for themselves.
Yeah, I think it's great. And there's a lot to digest here. There's a lot to understand here. But for the right customer, it's worth taking the time.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think so. It's when you do that, the question can really stop being, which I know a lot of people battle now is, why do I have to use their detergent? That's the hardest thing to really overcome with this specific machine because there's so many other machines out in the market that will let you use whatever you want for auto dosing. So you have to get past the whole bundling it together in that auto dosing conversation, and you can make it a lot easier.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.